Okay, we are in Imperial Beach, and this is one big funky tree trunk, and there is probably a funky beehive in here too. There are two entrances. The landscapers, you can see, they stopped because the bees were here. They've got this entrance, a lot of weird bulbous branches, and there's another little entrance there. That's all I've found so far. This is going to be tricky because it's usually they're down here, but instead right here it's tricky because there's all these branches that offshoot from that center spot where they're at. So I'm going to kind of start cutting here and then there, and we'll see if we can get the entire hive out without actually having to like chop off any of these main stems. Okay, so first I want to clear the bees away from this hole. That way I'm not cutting up bees. Bothers them just enough to make them push back further into the hive. Okay, place your bets. How long is it going to take for me to find the queen? I'm saying 3 hours. No, sorry. 2.5. 2.5 hours before I find the queen. You know why? Because these hollows are so hard. Queen can just run and hide anywhere. So let's crack this thing open though. Get a little window in there. Oh, there we go. All right, come with me. Huh. Oh yeah. Oh, they're not exactly excited that I'm here. But that is why I have my bee suit on. Okay, so this is the first little window into the hive. I'm going to do some pulling of comb from here. I actually think this is the bottom of the hive. Okay, so that's good. So I don't have to keep cutting this way. I can just start cutting kind of upward. So we'll see. There might be another spot like over here to cut into. But I'll start from here, and then we'll work our way in the direction of the comb. So we'll have to figure out which direction that is. Obviously it's up, but it might be over to the left or over to the right. You know what? Maybe a new strategy. I might just push them with some smoke up out of this top entrance. You see there? So all the bees and the queen, their normal tendency is to run into a deeper, darker space. But if there's a decent amount of smoke coming from the bottom of the hive, they'll actually drive up and outside just to get some fresh air. So let's try that. So another one of the problems with reaching in and grabbing all that comb is some of the bees get hurt. So I'm thinking this is good also, because if the bees can get past their honeycomb and out of the hive, then fewer bees are going to get hurt. So I'm really excited at that prospect. Okay, they're starting to come out the top of the hive, so that's good. All right, so here is obviously the top of the hive, like I was saying. Let's get this leaf out of the way. And that leaf out of the way. And they have stalled out right now, so I gotta keep smoking, and they'll come up out of here, spread out, and if we're lucky, we'll find the queen within an hour. But maybe super lucky, within 10 minutes? Is that even possible? You want to see something interesting? Look at this. Smoke is coming out of this branch right here. And that's like, what? But all the way over there is where I was smoking them from. So, the eerie fog coming out of the spooky tree. And it's almost Halloween. How appropriate. Okay, I'm going to set this up for a time lapse so we can watch in high speed. Wanted to show you guys. Got some of the comb cleared out. You can actually see a little bit of light there, right there. That is the top of the hive where they're climbing out. And if you look, we got a couple big sheets in here, and the bees are not convinced they need to get out because you can see all these ones. Let's get focus. You can see all these ones, and back up in the corner there, there's still plenty of bees. So the queen is probably hiding back there. So I've got to get that big sheet out of this kind of smaller hole. Oh my goodness, that is a big chunk of honey. Time for a honey taste test. Ooh, gotta go for the capped honey right there. That's where it's all ready to go. Ooh, ooh, oh, oh, oh my gosh. Normally I don't just keep eating it, but so good. Oh my gosh, that's so interesting. The flavor. Oh, it's like a mix between what you would buy at the store and like that really crazy good stuff that is like an avocado orange mix. It's like right in between. It's super good. It's definitely better than store-bought. Oh my gosh, yummy. Oh yeah. Okay, there's some bees there. Look at this. This is a good sized sheet of comb. This is all the larvae and brood. And I don't see the queen on this one, so we gotta keep going. I do see a queen cell on this, so they may have hatched a queen recently, or it may have been a while ago, or they may have had intentions to raise a queen. So I'm gonna keep my eyes open for 2 queens. Okay, I now have enough bees in the box to close it up, make a doorway, and trick these bees into going into the box, and hopefully the queen will follow. Once the hive is cleared out and there's no more bees in there, the queen gets really uncomfortable and she'll walk out. So that's my goal. Okay, got the box set up and it looks like it's working. You can see these ladies are walking up into the box. Oh, ladies and gentle bees. There's drones in here too, which further supports my theory that they are kind of in a swarm mentality. There could be 2 queens, or one has taken off recently, or they were raising one. So anyway, we're gonna let them walk up into the box and keep our eyes out for the queen. You might have noticed in the corner of that time lapse, there is another opening over there where they're flooding out. We've got a lot of the bees coming out now, but I want to tell you, there are still a ton of bees inside of this spot. You know why? Because there is a really tucked away corner over yonder. There's a big ball of bees back in there, right back there. But I'm thinking It is a pretty thin wall right here and just cutting open right there. And that's just going to give me a little bit of a shortcut for finding the queen, because most likely she's all the way over here. She could be walking up out of that spot right there. Let's see if we can get closer. Yeah, so she might be walking out eventually, but this is just going to make it a shortcut where I don't have to wait as long if I just cut a little hole here. Let's crack this open. Oh, you know, I still could have gone a little further over, but this will work. I can just kind of chip that off and get to that ball of bees that's hanging out over there. Okay, so let's look for the queen. Oh my gosh, wait, you see this? You see how they're running over here right now? Aha, okay. Somebody is either right down in there, that's more likely, or maybe the queen's right here. I was just about to come looking for her. So let's see, is she here? Probably not on the outside. She could be, but let's check. Let's check. Maybe I can grab a twig and poke around. Like a monkey with termites. Okay, let's check. You going to emerge, Queenie? But anyway, I have a feeling she's over here. I also noticed, oh, there's an exit here as well. This little nub that shoots out has a hole in it. So we'll check there too. But indications are that she's probably tucked down in there, just out of the light, because queens don't like running to the light unless they really have to. So look, they're still running this way. Okay, where you at, Queenie? Guess who I found? I don't think it's Big Mama. Look, it's a queen, but she is small, so this could be, like I was saying, the queen that was going to split the hive. But I'm going to cage her and keep my eyes out for another queen, because she is not very big, but she's a queen. All right, got her in the cage. Oh, wait, we're missing an E in bee rescue. She might even be able to slip through there, so I'm going to put some wax there to kind of cover that hole. But this may just be the only queen in this hive, but I'm going to keep my eyes open because there could be another. See her in there with a couple companions. All right, let's keep going. I don't know if it came through on the time lapse, but that took a long time to corral these bees because they were off on that branch and there was another branch behind that they were all coming out of. So yeah, that took a while. I'm gonna go ahead and collect these few. That'll pretty much be everybody. We'll open up the box and check for a second queen. So let's do that now. You know, the easier way to check and see if a queen is in the box is to just spread them out. So first I'll take out our first queen right here, right there. And now get ready for 15,000 bees to be dumped on the ground. Actually, it's like 20. Yeah, it feels like 20. A lot of them are flying away. is fine, because if they can fly away, they can fly back into the box. You see they're grouping around that queen. And maybe we'll spot another. Keep your eyes peeled, people. There could be a second queen. Look amongst the clumps of bees. If you see a little clump of bees, then we'll shuffle that away, because there might be a queen underneath. I am not seeing a second queen, which I'm totally fine with. There's a lot of bees. A lot of bees. A lot. And they're in that tree. There's one in that porch. Next tree. And that's the second queen. No second queen, so it's just this one. It's also a good sign that they're grouping up with her. That means they're interested and they think she is definitely in charge. So put her back in the box, get these bees back in the box, and then we'll go back to the tree. The box set back up because, yep, few thousand flew back over to the tree, but now they're running back up in there. They just want to see the queen, get some queen bee snuggles, so back in the box they go. Oh babies, you just missed the cutoff. These are what we call riders. They're gonna hang out all the way until they get to the new spot. So this was, I really like this one. They were a little aggressive like the whole time, but not too bad. And that tree, that was really cool looking, and I'm really glad I only had to open up 2 spots on that thing to get the whole hive out. And I'm going to check the timestamps on how quickly I found the queen, because it was definitely not 2.5 hours. It was a lot faster than that, but it definitely wasn't 10 minutes. So if you guessed right, awesome. Good job. You had a lot of faith in me. So we're gonna clean up here, and a few of these stragglers will hang out for a couple days and then they'll take off. They'll probably go join up with the other hive that split from here, because here's my theory. This queen that we found was not Big Mama, she was New Mama, and she's in here. And Big Mama probably took off with half of the colony. So that's how they divide, and that's how they continue and colonize new areas and spread their little family. The verdict is in. How long do you think it took to find the queen? It took 1 hour and 10 minutes, which is not bad for a tree hollow. That was pretty quick. So all right, these bees are going to go up to Fallbrook, where they will live out a happy life, sucking down the nectar of avocados and oranges and some lemon trees. So you got a little top vent there too. This was a nice hive. I enjoyed rescuing you bees. I know that you don't see it that way, but you've been great. Let's get out of here.